what we really had was an interim report from our internal auditor. And our internal auditor really is someone on staff here that looks at the internal controls of the city and also our contractors to make sure that they're adequate to provide accountability for the contracts we sign. So she had a very short period, probably 4 or 5 days, and she's still looking at some other areas, some contracts and some other things, but this was an interim report. And basically an interim report shows where there are a number of things that need to be done at Last Stadium to improve accountability out there. First, the accounting system needs to be changed. I think Mr. Crow, one of the special auditor, pointed that out. She certainly agrees with that, and they have moved to do that. It was really an outdated system that they were using. Now they are employing a new system. The other thing is that some of the actions of the board were not documented. There were some things that took place that we couldn't find anywhere that was approved by the board, but they went forward anyway. That's been pointed out in the audit. It's also been pointed out in the audit some expenditures that appear to be unauthorized, some overtime expenditures that's unauthorized. So where we are with that, we would like to see the board first recover any unauthorized expenditure. We'd like to see them move to shore up the accountability in the financial system over at the stadium, and also get the board's involvement in that. It appears that the board was not really involved in a lot of what was taking place, and some of what's come out as a result of these reviews also is news to the board. So I'm really somewhat encouraged by what I saw yesterday with the board taking some moves to be proactive in addressing these issues, being proactive in both clearing up any past financial problems and clearing up the management. I understand that the manager out there has resigned as of March 1st. They have now put together an audit committee that works with every facet of the operation of the stadium until that time. Right now, under state law, the board has the responsibility of managing the stadium. We have the responsibility of making sure that the funds that we give to various organizations are spent properly. I think we can achieve that if the board follows what they've basically said they will do. We're perfectly willing to cooperate with them in getting that done. We will be putting some other criteria on the board in terms of them getting funding from the city. That will have to do with financial controls, accountability measures, and some other statements we want them to send us on a regular basis. Some of the material that the staff will be giving to the board over there, we also want to require that some of that comes to the city so our internal auditor can stay abreast of what's happening with that. But I don't see anything that can't be overcome as long as the board acts to recover any funding that was spent that was not properly authorized, and also to shore up the management system and the financial controls before we get through this period. This is a very critical period. This is a period in which we have all the bowl games, all of our football games, and it's also the period in which we have to make sure that everything is properly accounted for. And it seems to me that the proactive stance is being taken by the board now is going a long way toward clearing that up. The management of the stadium is going to be something that the board has to make sure that we shore up and make sure that they have the necessary safeguards there to make sure that none of our events are interrupted. And I understand that that's where they're headed with this, and that's really where we want to go with it.